Hi, so I'm going to show you how to complete the Game of Life TGA using the Word document. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to get the slides on one side of your screen and the worksheet on the other. So you're going to go to this top part of your document, or this could be your web browser, and you're going to click on it and then drag it to the side, and then it's going to bring up this little window thing, and you're going to click on the slides to show on the other side. And this is using a Windows computer, but the process is similar for other types of computers. So now we can see our document and our TGA at the same time, and our slides for this TGA at the same time. So with this TGA, it's the game of life. So you're going to make choices for your life as dictated by the game and see what the outcome is at the end. So we're going to go through it slide by side and see how it goes. So month one. So month one is on page one. All right, you're going to choose your career path. Do you want to be a doctor, a construction worker, a chef, or a content creator? And you'll go to the worksheet, and you'll click where it says choose your career drop down menu, and then you'll be able to drop down and actually choose what career you want. So I'm going to choose chef for this example, but you can choose any of these careers. And then we'll go to the next slide. So on this, what does gross salary mean? All right, so we're going to write the definition of gross salary. I need to fix that. It will be fixed when you see this. And then we're going to use the drop down to show what our yearly gross salary is. Show in the box in slide 4, what does gross salary mean? We're going to type our answer, and a gross salary means before taxes. All right, and then we're going to use the drop down to choose our monthly or yearly gross salary, which is $49,387, and our monthly gross salary, which is $4,115. All right, let's go to the next slide. So we can see we're slide 5. So we'll be on slide 5 on the worksheet. Just because you make that much in a year doesn't mean you actually get to take home that amount because of taxes. So what is the definition of net salary? Well, net salary means after taxes. So we're going to write that answer in the box. And the actual amount that you take home each month is listed here in these areas on your card. So for chefs, you make $3,394 a month. So we're going to use the drop down menu and select that amount. Then we're going to choose a place to live. So slide 6 on the worksheet. So choose a place to live. So you can choose a 1-bedroom apartment that you rent, a 2-bedroom apartment that you rent, a 3-bedroom house that you own, or a fixer-upper house. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the 1-bedroom apartment. So again, I'm going to go to the worksheet and click the drop-down menu and choose 1-bedroom rental. And then my housing payment is $1,100 a month. All right, so for this slide, we're going to calculate our monthly spending. So we're going to use the drop downs, and then we have to do a little bit of math. So my monthly income, you can see from here, the blue matches is $3,394. then my housing payment. You can see they're both purple, so I'm just taking my answer from above. And then I have a monthly living cost of $1,000. So that's just every month it costs $1,000 for things such as food, electricity, gas, phone, internet, household supplies. And then I'm going to do the math, and you can use a calculator. So we're going to do monthly income, monthly net income minus housing payments minus living cost equals the total we have left over for month 1 on slide 7. So let me get to the calculator. So you can use a calculator, or you can solve these by hand, whatever you prefer. So we're going to do $3,394 minus $1,100 $10 or $1,100. My brain. And then minus 1,000. Oops. And that equals $1,294. So I could copy this, or I could just type it in here. And I'm going to paste that as my answer. $1,294. Let me add a dollar sign. So at the end of month 2, or at the end of month 1, that's how much money I have left over. So now I'm going to take this amount and I'm going to put it in here for month 2. So we can see in month 2, it's payday. So we're going to take the amount that we had left over from the last month, put it in here, and then we're going to choose our monthly income again. And then we're going to add up these together. So on a calculator, you could just go plus $3,394 equals $4,688. All right, so we're done with slide 9. We now know how much we have at the beginning of month 2. So we'll go to slide 10. So student loan payments. So I'm going to make it so worksheet's a little bit smaller again. All right, so doctors and chefs both owe a student loan payment. So I'm a chef, so I owe $318 a month. So I'm going to click the drop down. Yes, I do owe money. And how much money do I owe? I owe $318 a month. Go to the next slide. Health insurance. Do I want to get health insurance or not? So if you're a doctor, construction worker, or chef, you can pay your health insurance through the company that you work for. If you are a content creator, then you get then you have to pay for health insurance on your own, and it costs $380. So I am going to get health insurance, and for me, it costs $250. Now remember, you're not doing the exact things I'm doing unless you're a chef and you agree with the choices that I'm making. But you would do whatever your job choice would choose, or making your own choices for these different things. So then I would go to the next slide. Month 2 payments are due. So I'm going to take the amount from slide 9 that I had at the beginning of the month and then put that in where it says slide 9 total. And then I'm going to use the drop downs again to put in my, oops, put in how much my housing cost and my student loan payments and my health insurance. And then I'm going to subtract all of those things. So I'm going to subtract slide 9 minus housing minus monthly payments minus student loans minus the health insurance. So let's get a calculator and do all of that. So since I have my total, I can just subtract everything. So I have $2,020 left. At the end of month 2. So then I'm going to take that amount onto the next page and put it in my answer with on the top of page 3 where it says total slide 12, and you can see how the colors match each other. So then I'm going to go to my next slide. So we're in month 3 now. So first it's payday. So we're going to select how much we make each month. And then we're going to add that total together. So at the beginning of month 3, the amount that I have is $5,414. So if you are renting, your rent is going to increase by $200 a month. What is your new monthly payment? So I am renting, so I'm going to choose my current monthly payment, and then plus 200. So it is $1,310. So this is what I now owe for rent each month. Now I'm going to choose an action card. These action cards could be something good or bad happening to you. So choose an action card and we'll see what happens. I'm going to let's choose purple. All right, I chose purple. So if you have insurance, it's a one-time payment of $100. If you don't have insurance, then it costs $1,800 in total. You're on a payment plan, so so you plan to pay $300 for the next 6 months. So you have to pay $300 over 6 months to pay off because you have a broken arm. So I'm going to go to my worksheet, and I'm going to choose that I owe a one-time payment of $100. The other cards, if you got red, then your monthly income increases by $200. If you got green, then you sprung a leak in your home. So if you're renting, you can call your landlord and you don't owe anything. But if you own a home, then you have to pay $319 over the next 5 years to fix your roof. And if you picked blue, then you get a gift from your parents for your birthday of $100. So I owe a one-time payment of $100 for mine. So now